Okay, guys, we are still on Developmental Psychology 251, and today we'll be talking about another theorist that have his own stages of 8 stages, Henrik Erikson, in 1963. Yes, he was a student of Sigmund Freud, but refused to go through the sexual whatever explanation to development and everything, but he rather said he looked at the social aspect of it. Remember, when we started, we said we have physical domains of development, cognitive domain, and psychosocial domains. So we are still in that social aspect of it. So in psychosocial theory of Henrik Erikson, 1963, he said that humans go through these 8 stages in their development, whereas Sigmund Freud provided in his psychosocial 5 stages starting from 0 to 12 years. Henrik Erikson continued because we understand that development starts from this womb and to death. That is development. It does not stop. This changes or continues till individual comes to the end of his or her life, right? So he provided these 8 stages starting from 0 to 60 years and above. Yes. So, but for the purpose of this course, we understand that the essence of this course is young adolescence or early childhood, right? So we are going to be taking care of discussing the stages 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is the one very important for the course. And the stages are trust versus mistrust or distrust. Yes, 0 to 1 year. We have autonomy versus shame and doubt. And we have initiative versus guilt. Industry, that's 3. Number 4 is industry versus inferiority. And number 5 is identity versus role confusion. These are the 5 stages we'll be looking at. Yes, in trust versus mistrust, distrust or mistrust, yes, the child is interested in who carries him. They trust you when you carry them and throw them up. They love that trust they receive, and this is when they build that emotion, that trust. Remember to point out something in this theory, that when there is a problem in any of this, let me use the word fixation, then the opposite will happen. This is a time the child is building that emotion of trust with the parents and the significant others or the loved ones, and when there is no adequate trust and love and all those emotions being inculcated, what will happen? Mistrust will happen. The child will be afraid. The child will not develop well in that regards and will not want to trust anybody, right? And once that happens, come to the next stage, you see it manifesting. And when there is problem in the next stage, come to the next third one, you see it. And if there is problem in the third one, it will continue to affect the child's development till adulthood. Now let's see how it works. So when the trust is there, the next stage of life is when the child that is what is it called again? Autonomy. The child, like we discussed about toilet training, the child wants to engage in toilet training, you want to do everything by him or herself and everything. And if the child is not succeeding, you see them developing shyness, shame, and doubt about themselves and everything. And if there's a problem there, the next stage will have a problem. They will be fixated, and they will number three stage says initiative. They will not have the right initiative. So when that shame comes up, there is this feeling of guilt in the third stage. But if the autonomy is well trained and nurtured, you see that these children have the initiative. They want to copy you. They want to mimic what you are doing. If not, they will have that guilt following them, and in the fourth stage now, you see, once they are going out at this point now, they are coming up, you see inferiority. They are scared. They feel inferior to others, and they don't want to speak out, they don't want to express themselves. But when the initiative is taken care of, you see them industry. That is the first stage, industry. This is when the activity, they are now, this is when they say, I am what I have learned. That thing they have learned, they are confident in it. This is who I am, this is who I am, this is what I become. They are not ashamed of it. They are not feeling inferior to anybody around them. They are confident on themselves and they are moving. And this will help them because they are identifying themselves by what they have learned. And in the fifth stage where we are stopping, that is the stage of adolescence. Very important. This is where self-concepts, identity. I am a lady. I am a young guy, right? Not a lady that prefer to go playing ball with men. You know, this is when you now see LGBT in action, right? And misorientations or disorientation of identity or misappropriation of identity or all of those confusions in the brain. You know, this is role confusion. You don't know the role to play. You don't even know whom you are. You've not identified yourself, right? This is what happens in this stage. So, and that is it, what you see occurring in this particular place, identity versus role confusion. And that is the best place to stop it. Although in the other stages, the remaining three stages, that is the sixth stage, is intimacy. Intimacy versus isolation. When you have not identified yourself, or your adolescent stage, in the stage 5, you are playing ball with boys when you're supposed to be with girls and identify yourself with them. I'm using, for example, right? When all the whole adolescent life ends and now you are interested in who will you love, who will you be intimate with, who are you going to marry, and all of those things, you find yourself wanting. There is now no room for that intimacy and everything, and then you are isolated. And the seventh one is general activity versus stagnation. And the last one is ego integrity versus despair, which will be your course in second semester, right? So, but for the purpose of this course, the ones you look out for is stage 1 to 5, trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus shame and doubt, inferiority versus guilt, or no, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, and identity versus role confusion. Thank you, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you can unlock other things we have in there. Thank you very much.